This is the story of Gabriel, a nurse whose life took a dark and horrifying turn, leading him to become one of the most notorious serial killers in U.S. history. One day at the hospital, he noticed a patient in distress, crying out in pain. Believing he could help, Gabriel secretly injected the patient with a lethal dose of lidocaine, causing the patient's death. This act gave Gabriel a sense of satisfaction, prompting him to repeat the crime. Gabriel began sneaking into patients' rooms, spiking there for drips with insulin, which led to more deaths. Over time, hospital staff grew concerned about the increasing number of insulin overdoses, all linked to patients under Gabriel care. However, without concrete evidence, the hospital could not prove his guilt and allowed him to resign. Shortly after, Gabriel found a job at another hospital. At this new facility, he administered digoxin, a heart medication that the elderly women did not need, resulting in their deaths. A year later, he repeated this pattern with a 91-year-old woman at another hospital. Gabriel then took a position at a rehabilitation center where he attempted to kill another patient. However, the patient awoke and fought back, resulting in a broken arm for the patient and Gabriel's subsequent termination. Undeterred, Gabriel secured another nursing job at a different hospital, where he continued his deadly spree with digoxin. He moved from hospital to hospital, killing 5 more patients before the authorities began to connect the dots. After 14 years of evading capture, Gabriel started working at a new medical center where he met Iva, an ICU nurse who admired his medical knowledge. They quickly became friends, but unbeknownst to Iva, Gabriel was still committing murder. An assistant pharmacist soon noticed an alarming number of deaths in one ward, all attributed to overdoses of insulin and digoxin. The police began investigating these deaths, and their inquiries pointed toward Gabriel as the main suspect. The hospital promptly fired him, but the police knew he could easily find another job and wanted to prevent that. To gather evidence, the police approached Iva, revealing Gabriel's criminal activities. Shocked and betrayed, Iva faced a difficult decision. Ultimately, she agreed to help the police by wearing a wire during a meeting with Gabriel. When they met at a restaurant, Iva cleverly prompted Gabriel to talk. As their conversation progressed, he unwittingly confessed to all his crimes, detailing how he killed his patients. The entire confession was recorded. After a 16-year killing spree, Gabriel was finally arrested. He confessed to murdering around 45 patients, though investigators believe the actual number may be closer to 300, a figure that remains unproven due to insufficient records. Gabriel went to trial, where he was found guilty and sentenced to 11 consecutive life sentences, totaling over 400 years in prison. It is highly unlikely he will ever be released.